Hello students. Today we are going to start from next unit, that is the enzymes. So what are about the enzymes? All of you know that enzymes are the bio catalyst and which increases the speed of biochemical reactions. Means in the chemical reactions which takes place in the body of organisms, that is called the biochemical reactions, and that biochemical reaction can be takes place with the help of the enzymes. So in all enzymes act as a catalyst in the biochemical reactions. So now today we start from here, distribution and the chemical nature of enzymes. When we eat a common sugar, that is a sucrose, so it is converted into carbon dioxide and water in presence of oxygen. So it is highly exergonic process, means in this process energy is released outside, releasing free energy that we use to perform the various vital activities of our body. However, sugar will remain as it is on the shelf for years, although this chemical process thermodynamically possible. It is extremely so slow, but when we consume the sucrose, it will release energy within few seconds. This is possible due to catalysis process. The agent which conduct this process is called as the catalyst, and catalyst is a substance which speed up the rate of given reactions, and at the end of reaction it remains unaltered or unchanged. Further, this catalyst helps in attaining the reaction in state of equilibrium. So that's why the catalysts which bring about the biological reactions are called as the biological catalyst, and commonly called as the enzymes. So enzymes are remarkable molecules possessing extraordinary catalytic power, and rather than the synthetic catalyst in chemistry. When we have to use carbonic anhydrase is one of the faster enzyme. This enzyme brings about the transfer of CO2 from tissue into the blood and then to the alveolar ear. Means this carbonic anhydrase can combine the CO2 into CO2 plus H2 and to form the H2CO3 in presence of enzyme carbonic anhydrase. And this is a specific type of enzymes are present in the RBCs also in high amount, and therefore there is a carbon dioxide can pass from tissue into the blood and then to the alveoli, and by the process of exhalation that carbon dioxide we have to remove from alveoli to outside of the body. So each enzyme molecule can hydrate 10 raised to the power 6 molecules of CO2 per second. This catalyzed reaction is 10 raised to the power 7 times as fast as uncatalyzed one. They are highly specific for the substrates. They accelerate a chemical reaction tremendously under mild condition of pH and temperature. An enzyme usually catalyzes a single chemical reaction or a set of closely related reactions. Side reaction leading to the wasteful formation of byproduct are rare in enzymes. Catalyzed reactions in contrast with uncatalyzed ones. With the exception of small group of catalytic RNA molecule, all enzymes are protein. All enzymes are protein in nature. They are made up of the protein. Catalytic power of enzyme is depend upon its nature uh, and its native protein structure. If an enzyme is broken down into pieces, so its catalytic activity is also destroyed. The primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary structure of protein enzymes are essential to their catalytic activity. Enzyme is divided into two main general classes, simple enzyme and conjugated enzyme. And what are the difference between now the simple enzyme and the conjugated enzyme? So the simple enzyme consists of only purely amino acid, but in case of conjugated enzyme, amino acid in addition to non-protein part called a cofactor is present there, and which is required for the biological activity. Means amino acid plus non-protein part, and that non-protein part called a cofactor. Removal of the cofactor from conjugated enzyme produces simple enzyme called as apoenzyme. Means when we have to remove the cofactor, means non-protein part from that conjugated enzyme, so that simple enzyme called the apoenzyme, which generally is biologically inactive. The complete biologically active conjugated enzyme is called a holoenzyme, and the cofactor can be linked to protein portion of the enzyme either covalently or non-covalently. Some cofactors are simple metal ions such as zinc, iron, and copper in ionic forms, and other cofactors are complex organic groups, which are also called as coenzymes. Most vitamins are important in nutrition because they act as coenzymes or raw materials from which coenzymes are made. Cofactors, which are highly tightly associated with protein covalently or non-covalently, are called the prosthetic group. And in this way, the some protein nature of the enzyme, such as you the main elementary composition of the enzyme, the primary composition of the enzymes are which contain the carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur also. On hydrolysis, enzyme yields the amino acid. Then what is meant by the amphoteric nature of the enzyme? Like the protein, the enzyme behave as a ampholytes in an electric field, and the isoelectric point for various enzyme has been determined. What is meant by the denaturation in the enzyme? Enzymes like other proteins which undergo denaturation when the change in pH and specific temperature also denaturing the chemicals denatures in the enzyme. Then what are the riboenzyme? Next contains this. All of you know that in your now, because due to this COVID situation, the your paper will be objective form. But before, there are this one concept, one comments on the following. So that is a ribozyme. All these are very important. So ribozyme is a RNA molecule that catalyzes the chemical reactions, and before the discovery of ribozymes, protein were the only known biological catalyst. Some known ribozymes include RNAs, different kinds of RNase enzymes that contain the RNA, and these ribozymes are quite rare in the cell. Their roles are sometimes essential for life. Functional part of the ribozyme that translates RNA into protein, and hence it is called a fundamentally a ribozyme. They now start the general properties of enzyme. So students, in the body of organism, I already explained many reactions are spontaneously and thermodynamically takes place. So heat speed up the reaction by following reactants to attain the transition state more often, but this solution will be inappropriate for biological system. High temperature denature the protein and kill cells. Second, heat will speed up all chemical reactions, not just those that are needed, but these are very important. And different type of factors such as pH and the temperature are very important for enhance the chemical reaction, and these are affect adversely affect on the process of the enzyme. So first upon colloidal nature. Enzyme molecules are of big size. Their molecular weight range from 12,000 to 1 million, means they have very high molecular weight. They are therefore very large compared with the substrate they act upon. On account of their target size, the enzyme molecule possess extremely low rates of diffusion and form colloidal systems in water. Being colloidal in nature, the enzymes are not associated, and which some contain dissociable compound in the form of coenzyme. Means some coenzyme or cofactor, that is non-protein part of the enzyme, are dissociated from that pure protein part of the enzyme. Then second one, catalytic efficiency. A universal feature of all enzyme reactions is the virtual absence of any side product. Enzyme act catalytically and accelerate the rate of chemical reactions occurring in plant and animal tissue. At the end of reaction, they are recovered without undergoing any qualitative and quantitative change. Then next one, enzyme lowers the activation energy. Chemical reactions between two substrates occur only when an atom's ions or molecules of one collides with an atom ion or molecules of the other collide. Only a fraction of the total collision result in the reaction, because usually only small percentage of the substances interacting have the minimum amount of kinetic energy is used for this process. When this reaction when this reactant collide, so they may form the intermediate product whose chemical energy is higher than the combined chemical energy. and this is the amount of energy released here, that is called the activation energy. And then all enzymes lower the activation energy of the reactions, thereby increasing the fraction of molecules that they have enough energy to attain the transition state and making the reaction in final state. So this is activation energy. Then next, substrate specificity of the enzyme means particular enzymes are reacted with particular substrate. What is meant by the substrate? The reactant on which enzymes is act. The reactant on which enzyme is referred as a substrate, and the enzyme binds to the substrate forming an complex like the enzyme substrate complex, like the just like the lock and key fashion. While enzyme and substrate are joined, the catalytic action of the enzyme convert the substrate to the two product of the reaction, enzyme plus substrate, to form enzyme substrate complex, and when they are dissociated, so enzyme is separated from the product. Just for example, sucrase is a one enzyme which combines with the product sucrose in presence of water molecules. So to form the product such as sucrose H2O complex, and when after some period of time that sucrase are again separated, and all of you know that sucrose are the polysaccharide compound. So by the fraction of the sucrose, they are split into the one molecule of glucose and one molecule of fructose. So then, four pattern of the enzyme specificity have been recognized. First one, absolute specificity. Some enzymes are capable of acting on only one substrate. For example, enzyme urease act only on urea to produce ammonia and carbon dioxide. Similarly, carbonic anhydrase bring about the union of carbon dioxide with water to form highly unstable carbonic acid, which again split up into carbon dioxide and water. Then group specificity. Some other enzymes are capable of catalyzing the reaction of a structurally related group of compound. Optical specificity. The most striking aspect of specificity of enzyme is that particular enzyme will react with only one of the two optical isomer. For example, arginase act only L-arginase and not on its isomer. Geometrical specificity. Some enzyme exhibit specificity towards the cis and trans isomer, and enzyme substrate interactions play a vital role of these two kind of the isomer. And last characteristic, that is a catalysis in the enzyme active site. In most of the enzymatic reactions, the substrate is held in the active site by so-called weak interactions such as hydrogen bond and ionic bond. R group of few of the amino acids means particular reactant when fused with the particular substrate, so to form the enzyme substrate complex. So this enzyme is then free to take another substrate molecule into its active site. The entire cycle happens so fast with a single enzyme molecule typically, and it is very important. So here, students, this is here finish my topic, that is different properties of the enzyme, and in next session we again start the general characters and the mechanism of action of enzyme, nomenclature of enzyme, and different factors affecting the enzyme activity. So students, thank you very much for this session. Once again, thank you.